EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Oh, his first throw of the game. Going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now Richardson going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. The Colts had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And this is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there. And it's 3rd down. You look at this Eagle defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And Richardson yet again. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Second and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 70 Timberwolves.
Now it's Richardson. That's complete to Pierce. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Richardson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from drawing level. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. You look at this Colt defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. This defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, you know, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now he's loose at the 40. Jonathan Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 71 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. These two teams all tied after one. Off play action, Richardson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now it's 2nd and 10. And Richardson looks to throw once more. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts have taken the lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He may go. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Aubrey now for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards for number 11. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 35, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Richardson to throw off play action. To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Richardson looking to throw this. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
From the gun, it's Taylor. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Richardson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll drop to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards on the play.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Richardson working from the gun. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And Richardson back to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Richardson looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. He's into space past the 25. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Back to the air with Richardson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Luke Musgrave, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a...
They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it. Because to me, it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result. Big-time play.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19 tight. Come back team. Come back team. 79 Broncos. Take up.
Now back to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, he had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 37. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick 6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they're defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Richardson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Richardson off the play fake. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here Richardson yet again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Richardson out of the shotgun. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity that if it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal.
From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Colts on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Here's Richardson to throw.
It's caught. Mitchell. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
That's another one complete to Mitchell.
And some room to roam now. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Let's go.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Ready.
Play action. Now Richardson.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Set. Set, go.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Adonai Mitchell.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead is now 24.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter.
And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Back to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
First and 10, Taylor now.
Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23.
Now 2nd and 9.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Aubrey now for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now this time he'll look to throw.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go now. Let's go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught, and he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here we go. Set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel.